police is exactly the one in the dock. I'm just an observer here. And this illegal IGP of police, Kayode Egbetokun, who claims to have a PhD, but cannot even spell the word Incite. I have a lawyer here who is also prosecuting him to ensure that
find something that belongs to another person.
Yes. Our concern, and which is important, and on a serious note, is that he's not the only one who deserves to eat the national cake, even at the police, Nigeria Police Force. Other officers have a right to grow through the ranks as well.
Of course.
That's why they call it rank and file of the Nigeria Police Force. Let Egbetokun live. And let other people who have worked for this many years to also rise to that position. And I forgot to tell the Lord when he was talking about international passport. I don't have any international passport to give because I'm a digital citizen. I travel anywhere I want at any time. And I know that they're after my passport. But during the next election, when I become president, Inshallah, all of them will pay for their sins. Thank you very much. I cannot, in good conscience, continue to participate in illegality. The courts have made it very clear that the police have no right to grant administrative bail that asks for civil servants to own, first and foremost, 100 million naira houses, which is a crime. That's corruption. It's corruption. And to stand bail for me, who is an employer of labor. I'm a publisher of an internationally renowned news website. I have people who are hired in Nigeria and abroad. I'm not a civil servant. In fact, I'm an uncivil citizen who is against all kinds of corruption, and I've spent my entire life fighting against corruption. So to now ask me, to insult me that I should provide a level 17 director who had not, who had not gotten employment when I was fighting for democracy in 1992. To now ask the president to come and stand shorty for me is the biggest insult. Even if President Bola Tinubu had appeared as my shorty, I would have rejected that very laughable, frivolous, ridiculous, and I dare say stupid bail condition. If the court in its own wisdom decide that they want my passport in their coffers because it's a very special passport, that's a different issue. But we must continue to reject the impunity of the Nigerian police and their officers who will just invite you and then ask you to deposit your passport. I'm going to bring a level 17 civil servant. Even by the civil service rules, there is no level 17 officer, because a level 17 officer in the civil service is a permanent secretary who is politically appointed by the president. So you expect such a person to come and stand shorty for Sowore? I'm not being arrogant and I'm not bragging, but you know, in 1992, when I was a student leader, Tinubu was a senator, and I was more powerful than him in the Nigerian society. So how dare them ask me? And I can guarantee you that at that time, Egbetokun probably had just joined the police and he was a sergeant, or that is if he had not forged.
Hello Nigerians, you're watching Diaspora Digital Media. I'm here to give you updates on what's trending. In the sphere of activism, Omoyele Sowore is the hottest topic in town. The activist has voiced his dissatisfaction with the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, for misspelling his name. Recall that the IGP took legal action against activist Sowore due to his social media comments in which he referred to Egbetokun as an illegal IG. Quote. Sowore is currently facing 3 charges under the Cybercrime Act 2015 as amended in 2024. The charges filed allege that Sowore intentionally and knowingly sent messages through his verified Twitter account referring to the Inspector General of Police, Egbetokun, as illegal IGP Kayode Egbetokun. The The police claim that these publications were false and intended to incite disorder and disrupt the public order. Sowore is expected to face arraignment on Wednesday before Justice Abdullahi Liman at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Meanwhile, in a post-expose he made on Tuesday evening, and the activist called the IGP for making some spelling errors. The post reads, Omoyele Sowore claimed IG of Nigeria Police Force Kayode Egbetokun was illegal and incompetent. Then Egbetokun quickly moved to court to file charges for cybercrime with incorrect spellings of Sowore's first name, Omoyele instead of Omoyele, and wrong spelling of Incite. They wrote Incite. End of quote. Very sad. This might be just a typographical error which should not have been made because this is a court proceeding, and that means that one has to be meticulous. But Sowore seems to have used it to slander the IGP. Now, at the Federal High Court, Abuja, supporters of Sowore, including members of the Take It Back movement, gathered earlier today, Wednesday this morning, awaiting the arrival of the activist.
We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights.
That's the way I do. But what exactly were the issues Sowore raised? And I think that is actually what we should be discussing. What are the issues Sowore raised? Sowore is saying that the police should stop setting up illegal roadblocks across the country. What Sowore was raising is that we need to end the heritage of police extortion in the country. As a matter of fact, our organization has been mobilizing to disband SARS since 2017. It was a protest that culminated to the massive NSAS protest in 2020. And what was the reason for the NSAS protest? The reason for the NSAS protest was fundamentally police extortion that was being done by a rogue unit of the police force that we have disbanded, which is the SARS. Unfortunately, SARS has been disbanded thanks to the Nigerian young people who stood their ground. But the fundamental character of police has not changed. Institutionally, they remain criminal in their operation. Recently, the first PRO was speaking recklessly that the police had the right to invade private property without a warrant, endorsing lawlessness and irresponsibility that has been hallmark of the police force. Exactly what we fought against during the NSAS protest. And for clarity's sake, our organization, I'm going to repeat it here again, we are demanding the immediate resignation of the first PRO, Muyiwa Jobi. This is part of our demand. And in addition, we are calling for immediate end to police extortion. We are calling for immediate end to all illegal barricades that have been erected across the country. And most importantly, Sowore must be released unconditionally. He has committed no offense.
Yeah, talk to the fellow. Bus stop by bus stop. In 2025, we are still talking about the extortion.
Next, in a bizarre incident that has left the internet stunned, a viral video has surfaced showcasing a white pastor dramatically ministering to a congregation of black worshippers in an unidentified location. The footage, which must have racked up millions of views, has sparked a mix of reactions, from shock and amusement to curiosity and concern. As the camera pans across the crowded room, we see the pastor gesticulating widely as he praised over the faithful. With a flair for drama, he touches foreheads and anoints with oil. The congregation, meanwhile, is completely absorbed in the moment. What is striking about the scenes, however, is not just the pastor's over-the-top antics, but the fact that he is white and his flock predominantly black. In a world where the televangelism industry has long been dominated by African pastors, it is rare to encounter such a scene now. We are not here to disparage anyone's faith or spiritual practices, but we can't help but wonder, what is driving this sudden shift? Is it a genuine desire to connect with African congregations, or is it simply a case of cultural appropriation, a cynical attempt to co opt the style and charisma of African pastors for their own gain? Whatever the motivations, we know this phenomenon is fascinating reflections of the complex, often fraught dynamics between faith, culture, and power. Finally, on this villa, a shocking 3,690 Nigerians are said to be deported from the United States. This news has left many people wondering why this is happening. To understand why, let's look back at Trump's presidential campaign in 2024. He promised to stop illegal immigration, which made his supporters happy but worried undocumented immigrants. Now, as president, Trump is keeping his promise. He has made a list of 1.5 million people from different countries who will be deported. Nigeria is on the list, of course, with 3,690 people said to leave. So why is Trump doing all this? He says it is to protect American jobs and keep the country safe. But for the 3,690 Nigerians who will be deported, it means leaving behind their families, their friends, their acquaintances, their homes. This is a sad reminder of how Trump's immigration policies are affecting real people's lives. Some of these Nigerians have been living in the US for years, decades even. They have contributed to their communities, paid taxes, and worked hard to build a better life for themselves and their families. Despite their contributions, they are witnessing this. They are being forced to leave. They will have to say goodbye to their loved ones, leave behind their homes and businesses, and start all over again in a country they may not know well. This is a harsh reality that many Nigerians are facing. This reality that is filled with uncertainty, anxiety, and fear.
I'm John Modlin, Chief of the U.S. Border Patrol's Tucson sector. This morning, I'm at the Tucson International Airport. Behind me, you can see recently processed migrants boarding an international flight back to their country of origin. I would remind anyone thinking about crossing the border illegally between the ports of entry that under Title 8, you may face an enhanced expedited removal process, meaning that upon being encountered, you'll be promptly placed into immigration proceedings and may be removed. Instead, anyone considering migrating to the United States is highly encouraged to apply for admission. Don't risk your life or the lives of your loved ones by crossing illegally through Arizona's desert during the summer months. Remember, there are consequences for illegal entry under Title 8. These consequences are strictly enforced. Use the CBP-1 mobile application. Don't cross the border illegally.
The planned deportation is a wake-up call for Nigerian leaders to provide good governance for its citizens. This move by the Trump administration highlights the urgent need for Nigeria to address its internal issues, such as poverty, corruption, and lack of opportunities, which drive many of its citizens out of this country to seek better lives elsewhere. By deporting undocumented immigrants, Trump might be implicitly encouraging countries like Nigeria to take a hard look at themselves and develop their own economies. This could be seen as a push for Nigeria to shine a light on corruption, improve its economic policies, and create more opportunities for its citizens. In essence, this deportation could be a blessing in disguise, forcing Nigerian leaders to, reevaluate their priorities and work towards creating a better life for their citizens. By doing so, they can reduce the number of people who feel compelled to leave the country in search of a greener pastures. You're watching Diaspora Digital Media. If you like this video, do not hesitate to hit the like button, share my videos, make your comments, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exciting stories around the world. I am Tochku Raphael. Bye-bye.